So, diolch yn fawr Rebecca. Bore da unwaith to. Mae enw i Teleri. Dwi'n gweithio i'n mudiad enw CAFO, sef Cymdeithas Mudiadau Gwirfoddol Ceredigion. A dyn ni, fel yn enw gweud, dyn ni'n cyfro Ceredigion. Dyn ni bart o rhwydwaith ar draws Cymru, sef rhwydwaith cefnogi trydydd sector, a dwi'n falch iawn i gweld fod yna esyllt o gonwyr ymuno dynnu, a ni'n gobeithio falle bod falle nes mlaen bydd dyrlwyn o Sir Môn hefyd yn ymuno dynnu. My name is Teleri. I work for CAFO, which is the Country Voluntary Council for Ceredigion. We are part of Third Sector Sport Wales, which is a network of country voluntary councils across Wales. And I'm pleased now that Esill has joined us from Conwy. And later on, hopefully, Mentremon, Derflin will join us as also. So, Rebecca, do you want to start off?
I'm afraid my bilingualism isn't up to the standard of doing my introduction in Welsh as well. So my name is Rebecca Kirby. I work with Teleri at CAFO. I'm the Funding and Engagement Officer there.
Okay. I'm hoping you won't move around. So Llinos, Tôn nesa?
Llinos, dwi'n gweithio I Cwrdd Menturiaeth Ceredigion, ond hefyd yn cefnogi lot o prosiectau gwahanol ar draws Ceredigion yn y Gymraeg. Dim just yn y Gymraeg, ond bob iaith yna fe. Ond so gobeithio gweld adi'r gwaith yma, yr arian yma yn addas I nhw. So I work for the Language Initiative in Ceredigion, but I also support a lot of other projects and businesses in Ceredigion as well. So hopefully this pot of money might be, they might be eligible for it. So, diolch.
Yeah. Vicky? Sorry, you're on mute.
Diolch. Vicky Marla dwi'n aelod o'r group Resilience. I'm actually the founder as well in Pembrokeshire, Shibenbro.
Great, thank you. Jan?
I'm Jan Thomas, the Chief Officer of the FDF Centre for Independent Living. We cover 6 counties of North Wales, but 3 of them are in North East Wales. But only this morning I've been receiving referrals for support for disabled people from Ynys Môn, and you probably say Ynys Môn, don't you? We've been working with a lady from Ceredigion for the last 3 or 4 months.
Okay, thank you. Esill?
Bore da, Esill dwi'n gweithio i'r CVC yng Nghonwy. Dwi'n reolwr grantiau yma. So I'm Esill, I work for the CVC in Conwy, and I'm a grants manager here for the CVC.
Nia?
Fi'n gweithio I Mentoriaeth Gorllewin Sir Gyfyrddin, so that's the Welsh Language Initiative that covers the west of Carmarthenshire.
Claude?
Bore da, dwi Claudia, dwi dysgu Cymraeg. I'm very new to everything really. I'm a psychotherapist and I've recently set up a community interest company to deliver a bilingual service around support, counselling, therapeutic interventions for parents and carers of complex and vulnerable young people. So in the first instance, I'm rolling that out in County Conway, but, you know, today Conway, tomorrow all of Wales.
John? Sorry, I can't hear you, John. Sorry, I can't. Methu eich glywed chi. No. Sorry, John. We'll come back to you if that's okay. If you can't hear you, if you want to type it in the comments, we'll do it that way. Okay? Steffan, ti'n fod yn cyflwyno dinan? Sa'n gael dim lwc nawr. Steffan, sa'n clywed ti chwaith? Fi'n gobeithio mae jyst dim ond fi yw e. Os rwy'n allu clywed Steffan? Steffan, fi'n dyn ôl I ti fyd. Lleici?
Helo, ti'n clywed fi?
Ie, fi'n clywed ti.
I fi yw Lleici, a I fi jyst yn neud lot o gwaith yn y cymuned le fi'n byw yn Ceredigion, ar y sir gyda Sir Gar, gyda lot o y bobl yn y gymuned, pob math o oedrannau yn defnyddio'r celfyddydau yn fwy amlwg wedi bod yn gweithio mewn partneriaeth y gwahanol elusennau yn lleol, ond yn edrych i seto lan cic. Felly edrych mewn i falle ffyrdd o gefnogaeth gyda hwnna. So just diddordeb. So I'm just involved with lots of community projects locally, working with different charities with the arts and well-being, especially around the Welsh language and local heritage. So looking to set up a CIC. So just looking for support to that.
Yeah. And that's round yr ardal Llanyssil, round Llanyssil, so that's Ceredigion and Carmarthenshire.
Yeah.
Great. David.
Hi, I'm David Long. I'm the treasurer of the White Hart Community Inn in St Dogmell's in North Pembrokeshire, next to Cardigan. We're currently involved in setting up a joint community food venture with a community kitchen called Ein Cegin in St Dogmell's, providing affordable, healthy, sustainable local food for families in the area, and we'd be interested in seeing whether your grant money fits with our project. Thank you.
Great. I know that's not Emily, but Emily, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, yeah. So I work for Get the Boys a Lift. My name's Greg, sorry. I work for Get the Boys a Lift, which is a community interest company in Pembrokeshire. We provide free counselling support for anybody over the age of 17. So we're located in a cafe in Haverfordwest, and we are funded through the sales of coffee, donations and grant like yourself. Hopefully we get some.
Great. We'll try again with Stefan. Was Shelto, Stefan? No, so sorry. I'm going to make it up for Stefan. Stefan really works for Cwrdd, but I can tell you anything at the moment because he can't defend himself. So Stefan. Stefan does work for Cwrdd, but he also is involved with other community groups and bands locally up in Aberystwyth. So mae Stefan weithio Cwrdd, ond gallwn ni neud stori lan neb ti fe heddi, achos mae'n ffili siarad wrth unan. Sorry, Stefan. Gobeithio yn ystod y sesiwn ti yn gallu ymuno ond mewn, croeso drwy rhywbeth yn chat fyd. John, are you able to, can we hear you now? Or I know you've already put it in the chat. No, not working for John either, sorry. So John is also from a community inn. So he is Heathgwyn community inn. So hopefully I'll cover everything, but I have missed out Sam. Sorry fi wedi gael ti am mas. So Sam sy'n gyflwyno ni heddi. Mae Sam yn geitho i Cwmpas ar y project Perthyn. Sam works for Cwmpas and is going to present us about the Perthyn project. A fi'n mynd i gadael hwnna gadael ti i gwylio Dina yn fwy. I'll leave it to you to introduce yourself in greater detail.
Diolch. Ydych chi'n gallu weld y sgrin?
Ydyn.
Ie, okay. So enw fi yw Sam, dwi'n gweithio i Cwmpas a dwi'n rheolwr y rhaglen Perthyn. So hi everyone, my name's Sam, I work for Cwmpas and I'm the project manager for the Perthyn project. So just got a bit of information for you today just regarding what the programme is, what we do. So be 'dyn ni'n neud, be sydd gennym ni ar gynnig i chi fel rhan o grantiau. So bach o gefndir Cwmpas, so rydym yn fenter gydweithredol, rydym yn ganolbwyntio ar adeiladu economi decach, wyrddach ac cymdeithas fwy cyfartal lle mae pobl ar blaned yn dod yn gyntaf. So Cwmpas is a cooperative. Our focus is building on a fairer, greener economy and a more equal society where people and planet come first. So a branch of Cwmpas is Perthyn. So Perthyn, prosiect sy'n cael ei ariannu gan y Lywodraeth Cymru. We are funded by the Welsh Government. Nathon ni gael ei sefydlu blwyddyn diwetha, a da ni'n darparu cymorth cyfnod cynnar lleol i'n cymunedau Cymraeg yn y gogledd orllewin a'r de orllewin sydd gyda diddordeb mewn datblygu syniadau menter cymdeithasol. So we were established last year, and the project provides local early stage support to our Welsh communities in the Northwest and Southwest. So anybody interested in developing social enterprise ideas. So da ni'n cyfro 6 sir dros Cymru. So we cover 6 counties in Wales: Sir Gar, Carmarthenshire, Ceredigion, Sir Benfro, Pembrokeshire, Ynys Môn, Anglesey, Gwynedd a Conwy. So da ni'n gweithio'n agos gyda phartneriaeth Dolan a Phlaned, so nhw sy'n neud y gwaith I gyd yn y cymunedau. We work very closely with our partners, Dolan and Phlaned, and they do all the groundwork out in the communities. So we've got Phlaned, we're gyda ni Phlaned Chris Thomas, mae'n siŵr mae pobl yn nabod Chris Thomas lawr yn De Orllewin. Mae gyda ni partneriaeth Dolan, fyny yn y gogledd Orllewin, so Northwest, we've got the Dolan Partnership, and that's Kerry Cunnington and his team. And what they do is they support all the community groups, developing their ideas, helpu'r grwpiau cymunedol datblygu syniadau yn bellach. So, ein nodau, our aims, da ni eisiau helpu gynnal cymunedau Cymraeg gyda dwysedd uchel o ail gartrefi neu tai gwyliau, drwy sefydlu mentrau cymdeithasol a neu fentrau cydweithredol newydd, neu gefnogi mentrau cymdeithasol sydd wedi dechrau'n barod. So we want to help sustain the Welsh-speaking communities that are affected by high densities of second homes and or holiday homes through establishing new social enterprises and cooperatives, or help those that are already sort of set up to develop further. Da ni'n helpu gynnal ein cymunedau Cymraeg drwy datblygu atebion I gefnogi anghenion tai fforddadwy lleol to help sustain Welsh-speaking communities by developing solutions to support local affordable housing. Helpu gynnal cymunedau Cymraeg I ffynnu trwy greu to help sustain communities by means of engaging and benefit from wider Welsh Government and other funding support to ensure that Welsh-speaking communities continue to thrive. We create Welsh-speaking spaces where the language is central to the administrative structure and integral part of the initiative, so gyfodau Cymraeg eich iaith, lle mae'r Gymraeg yn ganolog ac yn rhan anatod o'r fenter. So, ar ôl bach o gefndir, a bit of background of what we do and who we are, a cynllun grant, our grant scheme. So gafon ni rownd gynta mis Ionawr blwyddyn yma, oedd hwnna allan o 250,000 o bunnoedd. Nathon ni gael bron hynna allan I 22 grwpiau cymunedol ar draws y siroedd, just I gyflymu prosiectau. So first round was launched in January 23, and we saw 22 community groups across the counties. They were awarded 240 out of the £250,000 that was available, and that was used to accelerate their projects. So yna amrywiaeth o wahanol brosiectau gyda llawer yn llwyddo I gael symiau mwy o arian o gyllid megis cyllid rhannu ffyniant a chyllid perchnogaeth gymunedol oherwydd cefnogaeth cyllid Perthyn. So there's a variety of different projects that we saw come through and that were awarded money, and many of these have been successful in obtaining larger funding through the SPF funding and community ownership funding due to the support of Perthyn funding being able to take them to a point of being able to apply for these bigger grants. So mae'r ail rownd ar agor wan, nath Jeremy Miles lansio'r grant yn ystod yr Eisteddfod Genedlaethol yn 9 mis Awst. Da ni agor tan 9 mis Medi. So the grant was launched, the second round was launched on the 9th of August at the National Eisteddfod by Jeremy Miles. We are taking applications until the 29th of this month. So we're inviting any community groups that have an interest to apply, to get in touch with myself or the partners or have a look on our website. So, meini prawf cynllun grant, the criteria. Mae'n rhaid bod mewn ardal lle mae yna dwysedd uchel o ail dau neu tai gwyliau. So it has to be in an area of high density of second homes or holiday homes where local services are being affected, the Welsh language is being affected by these high density second homes and holiday homes. Mae rhaid i'r prosiect gweithio neu annog yr iaith Gymraeg. They have to work through and encourage the Welsh language through their project. And also community groups that want to create and or build community capacity and accelerate ideas will lead to the creation of cooperatives, social enterprises or community-led housing. So mae hyn I grwpiau cymunedol sydd eisiau creu a neu adeiladu adeiladu gallu cymunedol a chyflynu syniadau a fydd yn arwain at greu mentrau cydweithredol, mentrau cymdeithasol neu dau arweini gan y cymuned. Beth sydd ar gael, what's available. So hyd at 12,500 o fiol, so up to £12,500 are available. It is for revenue only. We don't accept any applications for capital funding, unfortunately. Y dyddiad cae diwedd y mis, a wedyn esiamplau o be da ni yn ffundio. Mae yna rhestr yn fama sef adeiladu capacity, unrhyw fatha costau cyn prynu, ffïodd morgais, corffori, cyngor cyfreithiol. So the examples here of what we would fund: capacity building, any land searches, surveys, pre-purchase costs, incorporation, legal advice. That is what the grant funding would support. Sut I wneud cais, how to apply. Mae gen I ni wefan, dwi wedi rhoi o I lawr ar y sleid. Gewch chi fynd ar fanna, mae yna dogfennaeth ategol ar gael ar ffurflen cais, a wedyn e-bostiwch o yn ôl I mi. Gewch chi fynd trwy'n partneriaid, so mae gen I ni Ceri Cunnington, Dolan, dros y Gogledd, Chris Thomas, dros Planed, a maen nhw dros y de. Neu gewch chi just anfon e-bost I mi yn uniongyrchol a na I danfon allan y ffurflenni ar dogfennaeth ategol, a wedyn gewch chi ddychwelyd yn ôl ata I. Diolch yn fawr. Os gen unrhyw un any cwestiynau? Do you have any questions?
Ti'n mynd stop o ran i'r sgrin? Sorry, Samantha, Sam. Ti? Awn ni at Esyllt.
Gret, diolch. Diolch am hynna, Sam. Jyst cysidro ni, rach bod ar y wefan yn barod, dwi heb cael chans I edrych. Oes yna fatha restr o'r rei gath I ariannu mis Ionawr?
So, mae gen ni rhestr, mae yna 22, da ni yn gwychad am caniatad I rhannu enwa, dyna'r unig beth. So mae rei yn hapus, ond da ni eisiau cael y rhestr I gyd cyn da ni'n rhoi rhywbeth I fewn ar y wefan.
A, sorry, a just wyndro, ydy nhw'n gei cais gyntaf ta di fatha Ceri yn helpu nhw?
So mae rei di gwneud cais eu hunain, mae rei di fynd trwy Ceri, mae o di roed cyngor iddyn nhw roed y cais I fewn, a mae rei di just ddod yn uniongyrchol ata I heb dim cyngor o gwbl.
OK, greit. Ond deud wan bod na grŵp neu ardal, swn i'n gallu gyrru nhw at Ceri, typ o beth?
Ia, sa Ceri yn fodlon I helpu gyda hynna, neu os maen nhw'n hapus I wneud nhw eu hun, mae hynna'n iawn hefyd.
Iawn.
Okay. Just for make sure everyone understands. There is, Sam is currently working, there is a list of the 12 who previously got grant holders in the first round, but you just see the Cwmpas are just seeking permission to publish that list. So as soon as permission has been sought, the list will be available on the Perthyn's website. And also, Esyllt asked about, do they have to go through Planet and Dolen, or can they go direct to Sam, or can they apply direct? And the question is, yes, they can receive support from Dolen or Planet, but you also can apply direct because the application form is on the website, so you can just download it and apply, submit it to Cwmpas. So, os unrhyw cwestiwn eraill, any other questions? Yeah, David?
Hi. So I suppose my question is, would Hithgwyn, the White Hart and St Dogmell's is a Welsh-speaking hub in the community, and we're setting up a community kitchen joint venture with a local community kitchen in Cegin, is to provide affordable food. Is that an eligible project as far as you're concerned, or is it outside your brief?
We've seen quite a variety of applications coming through. So we've had some sort of using old mills for educational purposes. We've had like a fair, like a gwyl. There's all different kinds. We wouldn't be specific as to what, you know, your social enterprise must be. The only criteria that we have is that you are affected in your community by loss of services. There's a problem with second homes, holiday homes, and that the Welsh language is being affected. So as long as your project meets that criteria and are willing to work through the medium of Welsh, you know, even if you're a learner and you're just encouraging that Welsh language, we would support that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Before I go to Greg and this, there's a question from Vicky in chat. Vicky's asked, is keen to work with more Welsh speakers on Welsh learners in North Pembrokeshire. And you have an idea, but you need to find, I have idea of expanding homes for local, but need to find those in need to build project grounds. Is it a question, I think Vicky, maybe it would be good for you to talk to Planet and Chris Thomas to see if there's a project there to develop sports. Is that a way of answering your question, or a question or your query?
Yes, that's a good answer. I take on that. Diolch.
Yeah. So, Esyllt.
Sorry, yes. Oes na fatha diffiniad o sut ydych chi'n sut ydych chi'n edrych ar faint o ail, ydych chi'n edrych ar percentage o faint o ail dai sydd mewn lleoliad, neu ydych chi just...
So mae yna yn y dogfennaeth ategol, mae yna fatha map gres o Gymru, a mae'n dangos ar y map lle mae'r ardaloedd gyda'r dwysedd uchel o ail dai. So mae hynna wedi dod o adroddiad Simon Brooks yn Llywodraeth Cymru.
Ideal, diolch. A sori, gai just un arall. Dwi'n gwybod am ardal, dwi'n yn siŵr faint o ail dai o falle sydd yna ar hyn o bryd, ond maen nhw'n awydd sefydlu fatha menter er mwyn prynu tŷ i allu llogi fo allan yn lleol i gypla lleol. Sa hynna'n rhywbeth sa chi'n edrych ar?
Fysa, ia.
Oce, diolch.
Ti'n roed summary o sgwrs yn Saesneg, Esyllt?
Yeah, no worries. So I just asked if there was a percentage that they go on with regards to, you know, second homes in the villages and in the areas. So then Sam mentioned that there's a map online that shows like a heat chart, is it, Sam? Yeah.
Supporting documentation, it's on the website. We encourage people to read that carefully before you apply. There's a heat map on there, and it's highlighted the areas with the highest density of second homes, holiday homes across Wales, and that's been pulled from the Simon Brooks report, and that's been presented by Welsh Government.
And then I just asked about, I know of a specific area in Conwy that they've been looking at, maybe establishing a social enterprise to look at purchasing a house or houses so that they could then rent them out to local families in the area who can't get housing at the moment. And
that would be acceptable. We also have, I work closely, dwi'n gweithio'n agos efo team Tiny and Cwmpas. So in Cwmpas, we do have a communities creating homes team who I work closely with. I can share their details if anybody needs to get in contact with them as well. They've got a lot of knowledge and experience of creating homes in the community, affordable homes.
Greg, are you ready for your question?
Yes, sorry, I just take a call. We've been nominated for everybody else. If you would like to follow us on social media, this is separately completely, but we've been nominated for a National Lottery Award, a Community Award. And we've reached the final 17 in the UK out of almost 4,000 nominations. So yeah, if everybody would like to vote, carry on and vote for that. But what I was going to say is, so we've got a Welsh-speaking counsellor who works for us. So we can provide support for people whose first language is Welsh, but we're in the process of trying to get a new place. So is that something that people that you guys would be able to support or potentially assist with?
So is that buying somewhere?
No, so we're going to rent. We're renting. We're in the process of going through the contracts with a new place, but that requires quite a bit of renovation. But it's to develop a greater space, because where we've got here, for example, it's not the easiest place to get to, and it's not. We haven't got any disabled access or anything, but it would be for. We've got a Welsh-speaking counsellor that would be able to work from there, so we'd be able to promote supporting people whose first language is Welsh. Is there something at all?
So we don't fund any capital, but we would do revenue. If you want to drop me a message afterwards with a bit more detail, I can get back to you and answer you specifically. But yeah, we have had people that have put in for various things. It just depends. It's also worth mentioning the money that would be awarded in October needs to be spent by the end of March, 31st of March. So unrhyw arian sy'n cael rhoid allan, mae rhaid gwario'r arian cyn diwedd mis Mawrth blwyddyn nesa.
When in October, sorry, when in October? Perhaps you said and I didn't hear.
So we will be assessing our applications that come in around the 4th, with the aim to get back with a decision by the 13th. And then money will be awarded mid-October. And then you have from October to the end of March to spend all that money.
Grêt, diolch. Lleucu, ti'n mynd holi cwestiwn?
Fi ar y computer nawr yn edrych o ran eligibility, fi ar yr ochr Saesneg yn reswm. A mae fe'n, so bydde'r holl criteria popeth bydden ni'n clico yn bwrw, ond pa fath o grŵp sy'n angen ymgeisio, achos fi wedi bod yn gweithredu trwy cyfyniad o bartneriaeth o gwahanol elusennau, ond amser ti'n trial seto rhywbeth lan yn y gymuned ar wahân i beth eraill. Beth yw'r endid yn goffo bod, wyt ti fel criw o bobl y prosiect, ond wedyn bank account personol si, so beth yw'r set-up o'r yna?
So da ni wedi cael lot o grwpiau jyst gwirfoddolwyr, just pobl wedi dod at ei gilydd i weld problem yn y cymuned. We've seen a lot of volunteers just coming together, people that see a problem in the community, and they've come together and put an application, maen nhw wedi rhoid cais i fewn, bod yn lwyddiannus, and been successful. Unrhyw un, really, sy'n gallu wneud cais i fewn gyda cyfrif banc. Os nad oes gennych chi un drost y grŵp cymunedol, fyswn ni'n gallu wneud fatha fund holder trwy Cwmpas, a wedyn, if you don't have a bank account and you only have a personal, not a group bank account, we would be your fund holder as Cwmpas. A wedyn yn gwneud y taliadau'n uniongyrchol at y gyflenwyr. So we would make payments on your behalf directly to any contractors if you didn't have a bank account.
Okay, brilliant. Diolch.
Oes unrhyw cwestiwn eraill? Any other questions? Grêt. Fi siŵr byddwn ni'n Oes hawl i ni dosbarthu'r slides, Sam?
Ie, dim problem, na i rhannu nhw efo chi.
Ie. So ar ôl y sesiwn, ar ôl i popeth, bydd ni'n rhannu slides a felly bydd yn gwerthuso â chi, jyst i gweld y barn chi am heddi. Mae'n groeso hefyd, chi os chi'n siarad dros eich syniadau i gysylltu â ni, neu yn syllt yn Can Nwy, ond hefyd cofiwch yma dolen yn Gogledd Ceredigion a Planet yn gyfrol de Ceredigion, y Sefemfro, Ceredigion Sir Gar, ond hefyd chi'n cysylltu Sam yn direct. So from today's session, we'll share the slides from Samantha's slides. If any questions or need support in developing an application, we always turn to CAVO, CAVs, Conwy, Menter Mole and Menter Gwynedd, but also you've got Dolen and Planets, a part of this project supporting it, and also turn direct to Sam, so if you need any support in developing your ideas or just have a chat. So, diolch yn fawr i ti Sam unwaith eto. Thank you, Sam, for turning up and presenting it to us. Diolch yn fawr i pawb arall am ymuno â ni. And thank you for everyone else for joining with us. And gewch chi cino bach braf nawr a gweddill y dydd bach neis. So, have a nice lunch and a nice afternoon. So, diolch yn fawr i chi.
Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr.